Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, Ihdina Sirata al-Mustaqim, Sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim, Ghayri al-Maghdubi alayhim, Waladdallin. Ameen. Assalamu.
Thank Dr. Murtada Adams for that opening prayer. We'll just go straight to the invitation of members of the high table. And I would like to start immediately by inviting the BOT chairman to please come forward to one of these, to the high table. Arabs, where are you?
Which corner? Which corner?
Where? Yes. Next, I would like to invite one of our elders, Professor Awolowo Ali. Please, can you please join the BOT chairman? Without much ado, I would also like to invite the Chief Imam to please also join them. Next, I would like to invite the DVC academic, Professor Babalola, to please also join. DVC academics. Ajawati, ma'am. Next, I'll invite the DVC admin, Professor Abayomi Daramola, to please also join the members on the high table.
He's not yet here. That's all.
For now, I would also like to invite a few of our elders to also come to this side of the table, and I would like to invite one of our immediate past national presidents to please come along to this side of the high table, followed closely by the president of UNIFEMGA, Engineer Abdul Fattah Alan Leggett, to please also come to the high table. Mala Aliu Balbas, I have not seen you. Mala Aliu Badmos. Professor Moru. Emma, I know the height of the man. And where is Professor Oseni Olarafe? Should please also come to the high table here. Professor Tijani, Professor Hakim Tijani, please also join us on this side of the high table. Vice Chancellor, Summit University, my good friend, Professor Musa Aibinu, to also please join them on the right side of the high table. Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. Once the registrar comes in, the registrar will also join us on the high table. We would like to go immediately to have some opening remarks by the BOT chairman, and then we will start serving dinner. Opening remarks, sir.
They can start serving. Also, with the Shaitan Rajim, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. By note, the VC has been here, Professor Bannereb. He says we have to excuse him because he has to travel tomorrow, like he said at the meeting. So we recognize him because he was here on time. Apologies for starting late, but then we know that we're all on campus. Professor Daramala is here. We recognize you, sir. Thank you for being always there. Aja Mujidat. Emma Binu, Emiko Muso. Professor Rahman, those all right, okay. So we recognize you, we thank you for coming. Professor Yusuf Olaoduwadi, my brother, I thank you very much for being here. We recognize you. The Chief Imam of over 40 years, we thank you very much. We thank you for being here as always. We are expecting a lot of people. Across the other side, we have Professor Umoru, Professor Aibinu of Summit University. We recognize you. Abdul Fattah Olandege, engineer, we recognize you. Our chairman, Ekwelesa, thank you for coming, sir. Yawadaga, we see you too. We thank you. Engineer Odayinka, Madam Adib Badmos. I think I can see Dr. Tunde Kukwala is here too. And Dr. Tijani Abi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And every one of us here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We come here to do this. It is called the chairman's dinner, but it's actually a networking thing. If after a year we can come together with thank Almighty Allah for His Rahmah, we should be able to wind down a bit, take it easy, talk to ourselves, share ideas, and look at what the future looks like. I was having a brief discussion with the VC when he was here, that what exactly is the future? What are we looking at? How can UNIFEMGA participate? Because I was speaking, I said personally, we can see what the government is doing, that step by step, they are withdrawing from funding education. And if we know that that is the direction of government, we should prepare ourselves, especially our alma mater. What is the future? And we can see that we are all relevant. Investments are relevant. Otherwise, there won't be crisis in universities in the US and in Europe, asking that they divest investment from companies that are having things to do with Israel. So what makes this necessary is that we should be able to project how our university would look like in future. If government is not going to come up with funding, what are the alternatives? This is part of what we need to have this get together so that we can share ideas, we can help ourselves, and we can look at opportunities. Because most opportunities come very informal. Ideas are things that people share. But even if they share, sometimes the wherewithal to move it forward may not be there. So there's a need for us to have this kind of forum. I can tell you for free that Professor Musa Ebinu has a wealth of ideas in terms of artificial intelligence, mechatronics, and so on. But in his enthusiasm, you need to sit him down and say, oh boy, this is theoretical. How do we put it into practice? How do we fund? Because funding is critical. So by having this kind of informal gathering, we bring the town to the gown, we bring the gown to the town. And that's the whole idea. May Allah make it very easy for each and every one of us. On a side note, we will be gathering in July, here again. And the speaker, the VC is the best speaker. I am thrilled, I am happy. I am enthusiastically looking forward to that day that we will confer the special recognition to our brother, Professor Yusuf Olaoluwadi. It should have been us first before Oye Ekiti does what they did. But then I can understand. If it's Oye Ekiti, that means what they will do is small. Because Oye Mama Mugugu. But we are here. Great effect. Great effect. Great effect. So you cannot compare Oye to what we have here. We know that we have Aduta against all oppressions. That is our trademark. And we are proud of that. Because I see that everywhere I go from Great Effect students. May Allah make it easy for each and every one of us. We will go now to the main item and we will manage the two together. So please, feel free, relax. There's more than enough for each and every one. I think some people are upstairs. Your food will get to you, but after the people are downstairs. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much. While the BOT chairman was giving us his initial remarks, I'd like to also recognize the presence of a former national president of the association, Dr. Tunde Kokwala, who has also been invited to the high table. Thank you very much. Also like to recognize one of our elders also, who is the chairman for today's dinner, Dr. Kushimo. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. He's also here with his wife. So thank you very much. Ojo Brown. Brown. Oh, sọ fún mi ni. Cannot do this, sọ fún mi ni. Mi náà bá wọ Brown wálé ni. Ẹ káàbọ̀ ma. Madam, did you come to Ife? Oh, Madam didn't come to Ife. Oh. So I don't know what to say now. I'd also like to recognize one of our guests also, Alhaji Bashir Tayo Lawal. You are welcome, please, sir. Thank you very much for attending. While they're taking our orders, we'll just take quickly also a brief remark from the chairman of today's networking dinner. Bismillah.
Thank you very much. I أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحابه وأزواجه وذرياته وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Great Ife. Well, I think I will want a better response because I am talking to and I'm in the midst of the Muslim graduates of the Okanlomo Awon University, the Olunla of Awon University. Get here. We have done so well as the University of Ife that we have become the Okanlomo Awon University, OAU. The Olunla Awon University, OAU. Great Ife. Great Ife. Great Ife. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Nítorí pé àfáà ni bàbá ọba, màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ kíkí mi látọ̀dọ̀ imam wa, the uncommon imam, an imam that has been on the minbar for over 40 years. Ẹni bá rírú ẹ̀ rí kó mú jáde. Ẹni tó bá tún nírú ẹ̀ anywhere kó mú jáde. Ẹ ká sọ pé Ọlọ́run tóbi lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. Bàbá Kẹ́mi Ọláògùnsà, ẹ túbọ̀ pẹ́ fún wa. Àwa náà ò ní ṣubú. Professor Yusuf Olaoluwale. My understanding of what they did, sir, Alhaji Ebiti, sir. My understanding of what they did at Oye Ekiti is like a woman who has gone to the hospital to deliver a baby. To carry a baby is for 9 months. To take care of that baby is for a lifetime. They have just delivered Olaoluwale as a professor. The baby belongs to us. I will not offer life. Takbir. Thank you, sir. So, talking about why we are here tonight, my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, the world is moving away from isolatory existence. The world is moving away from isolatory existence. If you look at the World Network, the computer people talk about DNA, they talk about the oracle and all that and all that. But the truth is that the world is trying to make sure that everybody comes to a center where everything is present. If you now bring that into the focus of what we are doing tonight, I think we should work towards achieving 2 things. The first one is that there's nobody here who is not a professional. If you are a professional, you should have a family house. Within that family house, you have a room of your own. And a coalition of rooms becomes a compound. Therefore, you as a professional, who are your friends? What are your needs? What is missing? What do you need to add up to become better or greater? What do you need to build? And who can assist you to build? This is networking. Now, outside your own profession, as we have here now, within UNIFEMGA, we have architects, we have builders, we have doctors, and so on and so forth. The story I will tell us now is my own thinking about this network. Somebody has just built an hospital now, somewhere. Within that hospital system, there is a pharmacy. Within the hospital system, there is a restaurant. Within the hospital system, there is a place where you sell whatever. All of those things that you want to buy, from biscuits, from sweets, to even baby wares and baby things. So when you enter that hospital system, whatever kobo you want to spend goes into the account of the owner of that environment. As a doctor, he established the place. He brought in pharmacists. He brought in businessmen. Brought in so many other things. Brought in food experts to run the restaurant for you. So once you enter the hospital, from listening to you to know what is wrong with you, to treating you, they'll give you food. You need drink, you go to their restaurant to buy the drink. Your wife has just delivered. You want to buy baby materials, there's a mall for you to go into. You want to read, there's a bookshop. And right now, as I speak with you, They have rental services for cars. So when you enter the place, it is a case of 1 goal and 3 scores. That is networking. So I think UNIFEMGA should take advantage of something like this. We know ourselves. The builders here, the architects here, the estate surveyors here, can we begin to come together and pull our resources together and gather so much from government? When we pull resources together, we have enough to showcase to get bigger contracts from government. And when we make more money, we have more money to contribute to UNIFEMGA. And because we do scholarship schemes, many more children of poor background will benefit the more. That's one thing I want us to talk about and think about. I'm sure the lecturers tonight will delve more into it. So we'll get the best out of UNIFEMGA if and when we think outside of the box. We cease to be in isolation. We begin to talk around, move around, choose your friends, choose people who can impact in your life positively as your friends. People who are bigger than you, people you can look up to. So this is the way to go. That's my simple understanding and the simple presentation I want to give us tonight in terms of networking. Ejò tó bá ń dá nìkan rìn kò lè rí nǹkan ṣe. Àwọn ẹranko kéékèèké wọ́n á palára, wọ́n á dà láàmú. Ṣùgbọ́n tí ṣèbé bá ṣíwájú, tí àrògìdìgbà bá tẹ̀lé inú àwọn ejò, kò sẹ́ni kankan tó lè dúró dè wọ́n. Mo bẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ọba tó ní agbára. Olúkúlùkù wa tá wà nínú UNIFEMGA àní jẹ́ ní ẹ̀yìn láéláé, ẹ bá mi ṣàmì ẹ̀. Iṣẹ́ oníkálùkù wa ní lọ síwájú. Ọlọ́run ọba tó dá wa á fa àlùbáríkà síṣẹ́ wa. Gbogbo wa náà la máa rí ọ̀nà lọ, àádẹ́ rọwọ́ mú. Ṣùgbọ́n ibi táyé dé lónìí, ẹni tó dá nìkan wà ní kọ́nà kan tó ń ṣẹ́jú. You are the only one that knows you are doing something nobody else does. Ẹ jẹ́ ká parapọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká múra wa lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́, káyé kàn jókòó, ká kàn bára wa sọ̀rọ̀, ká dànù ọ̀rọ̀ pàtàkì gbọ́dọ̀ wà nù kan tá bára wa sọ, so we can talk of prosperity and improvement in our lifestyle. I pray that Allah will bless our efforts and make us grow in the way that will honor the goodness of this world and those of the hereafter. On this note, I want to welcome all of us to this dinner, and I believe that tomorrow it shall continue to be better for all of us. I will see you here next year, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. While the food is going round, I have not been served though. I'd like to recognize the presence of Justice and Professor Mrs. Oke, who joined us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi, you're welcome. I would also like to recognize somewhere back there, Professor Ibrahim Oreagba, Professor of Pharmacognosy, Pharmacy. You're welcome to this occasion. Thank you very much. Without much ado, I would like to introduce the members of the Dragon's Den, like the chairman was alluding to. We have seen the power of coming together. When people come together, they can achieve much more than when people work in isolation. Inshallah, tomorrow we'll be spending more time at the Ife Cooperative Hall. This is a magnificent edifice that has been put together by the cooperative association here, and it's something to be proud of. It shows that regular small contribution by majority is much more potent to achieve great things than just relying on a few people to make hefty donations. We want to try and borrow from this to try and have regular, monthly, quarterly, yearly contribution from as many of us as possible, rather than just relying on the very few amongst us. So inshallah, this is why we've decided that this year we will do what we call the Dragon's Den. We received over 20 different proposals or pitches, people that wanted to showcase their different businesses and required some kind of assistance, funding, or even ideas to take their businesses to the next level. And we think that as brothers and sisters in a community like this is the best place where people can come together. I can bring in my own little fund, you can bring in your own little fund into any of us businesses that can generate a lot much more. And I hope that when we look at some of the business pitch today, we will see some very interesting ideas. So we try to put forward a panel that will be moderated by one of our sisters, Barrister Abiola Giwa. She will be the moderator once the pitches go through, to go through the Dragon's Den people to also make their comments about the pitch. And hopefully we will have sponsors for some, if not all, of the business pitches around here today, inshallah. And even if not today, of course, we will have the contacts to take it forward. So all the members of the Dragons Den will be Dr. Alhaji Muniruddin Ademola, one-time Amir Chairman of Ibadan chapter, also a proprietor of a school in Ibadan. We believe he has the requisite experience to be able to analyze some of those businesses for us. Also, we'll have one of us, also another proprietor of another school in Abuja, Alhaji Yusuf Oriyomi, will also help us look at some of the businesses that we'll be pitching today. And last but not the least, we'll have one of our sisters, Mrs. Alaja Haulat Owolarafe, will also join. She's a passionate supporter of small businesses, and her foundation has been doing wonders, supporting very small businesses with funds that people have gone on to greater things. So we believe that our wealth of experience will also be invaluable for our business pitches. So we will try and take an interlude now. I hope people have are eating and drinking. I can see our moderator is trying to quickly swallow a few things. So let's take a 5-minute interlude to allow them quickly swallow those things, and then we'll bring the pitches as we receive them, inshallah. Shay, I'm an interlude. Can we have something, please? Bismillah. Thank you very much. 5 minutes, please. Alhaji Aulat Olarafe and Alhaji Yusuf Oriyomi. Please.
Are you for pop-up? Yes. Did you bring samples of the product? Did you bring samples of the product? Because I'm really rooting for you. I'm Alhaji Ademola Muniruddin. Please, we're waiting for you, sir. I don't know if you're here. Can you indicate if you're here? Alhaji Ademola Muniruddin. Is around. Okay. Mrs. Aulat Owolarafe. That's a fantastic name. My body really needs money. My body needs money. They are not. Okay. Then we have Wells. Okay, just 3 of them. Okay, so the business is Solar Solutions, Solar Food Ventures, Pop-Up, Unique General Merchants, and Hassan Forum. The business people making presentations, please come downstairs. Can you indicate where you are? Pop-Up, Solar Solutions, Solar Food Ventures, Unique General Merchants, Hassan Farm. Hassan Farm. I think we'll take our money back. This our business people are not ready. Because me, I was already planning to drop millions here, but I think I'll take my money back to Abuja. I can't find any one of them yet. Pop-Up, Solax Solutions, Unique General Merchants, Hassan Farm. Is there any one of you here? Pop-Up is here. Only Pop-Up. Solax is around. So what of the Unique General Merchant and Hassan Farm? Okay. Very hot. Very, I know. If you don't know what's going on, honestly, I don't know. I mean, can I have everybody's attention? I know we are eating, but please, this is the most interesting part of the night. Let me introduce myself. My name is Biola Olaiton. I'm your moderator for this session. Essentially, we are looking for small businesses or big businesses that need funding that any one of us here can invest in. So we are calling them to pitch their business idea. Maybe, just maybe, 1 or 2 of you may be moved to dip your hands into your pockets and invest in their business. Our panelists, incidentally, my daddy is a member of this panel. So if you really want some millions, you should see me. We don't take bribe, but I'm just advising you because my father is on this panel. Then, of course, we have our Miss Aulat Owolarafe. So money is definitely speaking. You need to impress them. You need to pitch right because they will be the one to scrutinize your business idea and see if it's worth making some form of investment in. So I think the person we have ready now is Pop-Up. So the first person going this night is Pop-Up. So Okay, so pop-up is represented by Mr. Yusuf Ibrahim. He will be making his presentation within 10 minutes. Your time starts now, Mr. Yusuf.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, so okay, so let's listen to Mr. Yusuf now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm not feeling it yet. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, I can feel we have, it's understandable that some of the faces that we are meeting today we've not seen in 5 years, in 10 years. And so we have a lot of catching up to do. But please, let us honor these brothers by listening to them. Some of them, this is their life opportunity. So let's give them a listening here. Let's have quietness in the hall so that we can hear them, so that you can note your questions, and so that we can engage them. And we hope that at the end of the interaction with us, they will smile, they will be happy, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Yusuf Ibrahim Olalikon. Good day, the UNIFEMGA investors. Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Yusuf Ibrahim Olalikon. I am a student of physics department, a final student of physics department, Obafemi Awolowo University. I am the brand owner of Pop-Up Popcorn. It's a brand. It's a brand that is that was established last year, February, around last year, February. And alhamdulillah, today, we are producing and we are serving the community at large. We are serving the community at large. Today, I'm here today to seek an investment. I'm here today to seek an investment of 800,000 naira. I'm here today to seek an investment of 800,000 naira in order to increase the production level of my business currently. I want, by getting this particular investment, I will be able to scale up my business.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There's a reason why I climbed this stage. Very few people know I'm over 6 feet. So I think I have to bully the room now. We need you people to cooperate with us. You need to be silent. Nobody's listening to this young man. He's making a pitch that would greatly affect his future. And all of us are just making a lot of noise and people are not getting it. Please, I'm begging you in the name of Allah. Please, let's honor our brother by listening to him. I'm not saying you shouldn't eat, but the noise is too much. I can't even hear what he's saying. So I don't know how the investors will hear if me that I'm in front of him cannot hear. ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo bẹ̀ wá ni, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fọlọ́run bá bẹ̀ wá, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Please, let's honor our brother. There's one man with blue and white cap, with gray beard, wearing brown-colored jalamia, smiling at me, knowing what he's doing. Please, I beg all of you, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, daddy, mommy, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Jazakumullahu khairan.
Now, Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you very much. Now, as I was saying, Popcorn is a brand that is running on campus, and also, yet currently we don't have a physical stand, but we operate within our household. Now, today I'm here today to seeking an investment of 800,000 naira in order to increase, to scale up my business, and also to give out some opportunities to some of my students, some students like me. Next slide, please. Okay. Currently in my team, I am the main runner of the business. I'm the one that runs the business. I have some other colleagues, like 2 people that helps me some of the times whenever I have an order outside or during an event like this. Next. The reason why I'm here today is because I want to increase the number of production of my, the number of production of popcorns per month or per week. Before, the moment I start, I do produce at least 400 pieces per week, which gives a revenue, which gives me a revenue of about 120,000 naira per month, and about 40% gross profit. Then what I'm looking forward to use this particular investment for is I will try to establish what is called student reseller offer. I'll try to establish student reseller offer, whereby I'll get students like me who are struggling to make earnings on campus. I'll get them, and then I have tried with some of my colleagues, and it definitely works. And I believe with this, I can still get more students to join me and then sell within their classes and their hostels as well. Then one of the things I need this particular investment for is only me cannot be running the particular business. I need additional hands, like probably one person to join me in this particular business. Then, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. The investment will be used for marketing and campaign on campus. It will be used for marketing and campaign, branding, marketing in general. Now, also, the level of production will also be increased. Next slide, please. Now, we are planning to get some infrastructure as well. Infrastructure like a physical stand on campus, whereby a production, it will be like a production point where all students that are willing to be our reseller, we come in and get their portion to resell for us and get their discount or their income from it as well. Next slide. Next. Now, currently, some of the assets we have worth about 400,000 naira. That is the total capital we have for the business. We have a popcorn stand, about 2 cylinders, which we use. Currently, the popcorn machine we are using is a local-made popcorn machine, which uses gases, not electricity. Now, next slide, please. Now, this is the financial analysis for the last per month, monthly financial analysis. For the last a year, we've started the production, and then that the gross annual profit for the whole year we've started since February 2023. Now, our financial projection, if we are able to secure this particular investment, is currently we are around our production per month. Our production per month is around 200. Our production. This is our production per year. Our production per year is around close to more than 2 million naira a bit per year, based on our analysis. And then, if we are able to secure this investment around a year after the opportunity has been granted, then we'll be able to scale up the business to about a production or annual revenue of 6,000 naira upward, about 6 million naira upward. Sorry. Then the second year, we should be able to, based on our calculation and projection, we should be able to reach about 10 million naira in production. The reason why is this thing is actually achievable. The reason why it is achievable is because we have thousands of students on this campus. Now, thank you very much. I'll be willing to receive some questions. Thank you.
Jazakumullahu khairan, Yusuf, thank you very much. I hope we had Mr. Yusuf's presentation, and some of us are already. He said, who might know? After the next person. You have questions?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for the presentation. If I may ask, although your presentation is very good, but do you think this your business proposal can create jobs for your colleagues? Then how many people can you create jobs for? That's number two. What is the impact of your business in the community? Then what are the things that you can add so that your product that can also improve sales in the community? Just think about how you can improve the sales of your products and what you can add to it that will make it more productive and make more profits. So that's my question. Then another thing is that you said currently you are using locally produced, maybe fabricated machine. Do you still want to look for another machine that is not fabricated locally? Or what is the advantage or what will be the value that will add to your business? So that's my question. Do you have any question?
Okay. Well, to me, your proposal looks very good on paper, but you said at the last year you made 540,000, right? You made 540,000 profit. Eh? You said you made profit of 540,000, right? So if you made profit of 540,000, why do you need 800,000? But if you're looking at expansion, right, then that would be justified. But my worry with expansion is, how will you get the time as a student? As a student. Because when you have expansion now, you probably may be thinking of going out of town. Am I correct? So how do you marry that with your scholarship?
Thank you, sir. Let me just add to that. When I was a student, I was selling something. I think I was a business person since when I was a student. And the way he's talking, he can do it. And he said he wants to involve some of his colleagues in the business. and that is actually true. Creating time for business is something from the mind. He can do it, but the only thing is that it needs to really maybe study the kind of people, the friends or the colleague that he wants to involve in the business. We need to advise him, but we need to encourage him to do more, because starting business in the school is very good. And I like he started very small, needs small amount of money, and I would like people to support him, so that when we these students, we need to assist them, because if we create, that's why I asked that question, that how many people can he create jobs for? Because we need business like this that can create jobs for students. Even we have some students that I think they say some students that cannot even pay their school fee. Maybe they don't have parents like me, that I lost my parents when I was a child. So we need to encourage them, to train them to be able to embark on business. So thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Do we have questions from the floor? There are questions? Okay. Before there are questions, let me ask, okay, 2 questions. What happens when ASU goes on strike? Your audience are actually students, right? So how do you intend to sell when they go on students? This locally fabricated machine, I'm sure it burns popcorn, because you can't regulate it the way you can regulate the imported one. So tell us if it burns and what you're able to make. Do we have questions from the floor?
Like the locally fabricated machine, you can actually study the machine very well and encourage our fabricators in Nigeria also to also produce and sell. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. You want to mass produce popcorn? Have you actually consider market saturation? That is capacity of students to buy. Okay? If you mass produce and they do not have money to buy, what happens to what you have produced?
Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, young man. How are you? Uncle Nkolo. If I may ask, how do you want to remain in market, especially when you face competition? And I will explain. Do I need to explain that? And the second thing is that how do you ensure that you retain the quality and quantity of your product? And I think one of the reasons why people are coming to you is because of that. Now that you are scaling up and you are branding and the like, because I've seen popcorn, which container is more expensive than the content. How will you remain in market with this scaling up and not leave the market as a result of scaling up? I've seen this.
Now, Jazakumullah khairan. The first question, as regarding the first question is, how will this particular business create job for students like me? Yes, definitely that's what we are working and what we are looking towards to establish as regarding this particular business. Now, what we are looking forward is, by getting this particular investment, we'll be able to get a physical stand, and then we'll be able to get additional assets, like additional popcorn machine, which costs about 200,000 naira. Then our production rate will increase with that. By increasing our production rate, then by increasing our production rate, the cost of production will reduce. Like, we'll be able to get the ingredient we use in large quantity, not in small quantity. The cost will reduce, and then we'll be able to sell our product at the same price we are selling it currently as we are small. with this, it will be able to create it will create job for many students struggling on campus with this idea. Then the second question is things to add. What are the things we can add to this particular business to make it one of the important and the most beautiful selling point is bringing students into the system. Bringing students into the system in the sense that it will create opportunity for them. And also, we have different flavors for production. We have different flavors for production, and mainly that is what makes popcorn a standout in terms of what's it called? The flavors and ingredients we use specifically. We'll be able to have access to standard ingredients for our productions. Then the next question is the local machine. The local machine, I've actually used the electric machine before, and also that's the main reason why I go for the local one. The local one produces popcorn that is being regulated. I have a machine outside here. I don't know if I can get maybe 5 minutes to Okay. Yes, sir. With this, I believe one of the aims and objective of UNIFEMGA is to promote or to help students that are less privileged, like that need help. I believe by helping this particular small business to scale up, we can create job opportunity for a student like me, and also for students that within the community at large. Thank you very much.
My only grouse with Mr. Yusuf was he didn't bring samples of his popcorn. I really wanted to taste it. He wants to pitch. He should convince me why.
He's a student. He's not experienced along those lines. I want to look at what we can do. How long have you been operating? February last year. And your turnover has been like 2 million, right? With a 40% margin. My worry is we have challenges with investment. By the time we get people to invest, the outlook changes. Looks like it's feasibility. And that is not the purpose of this session. So what is the assurance you can give that first you will not get 800,000 in one lot? I'm happy Dr. Tunde Kukola is here, so I can ask him to look at this and see how we can get 8 investors. That is the risk capital. This is what they do with joint ventures. Maybe for every 10, 2 or 3 will go through. But there's nothing wrong in citing your proposals, in citing your ideas, and in encouraging what you're doing. This is an open forum. Will you give assurance that as a Muslim, you will do the needful? Because when you get people's money, it is a trust. It is a manner. So that you don't block the road for others who will come.
Thank you very much, sir. As regarding the point, sir, as regarding the question, sir, as a Muslim and as a believing Muslim, I am here not to do the other way around. Inshallah, I will inshallah do well, inshallah.
Allah is our witness that you have made an amana. Dr. Pukwala, you are here. What is your recommendation? How do we manage this young man with his business, and what he needs is capital infusion? But then, how does UNIFEMGA, cooperative or association buy into this? What we need is 8 investors for 100,000 or 16 for 50,000. Please clarify.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, so let me just ask 2 questions. First of all, do you have a bank account? Does the business have a bank account? Does the business have a bank account?
Not yet, sir.
No bank account. The second question, what's the minimum amount you need below which it will not make sense to you? You are trying to rate 800,000. I believe that's the optimum you want. That's the optimistic position that you want. So what's the minimum that you need below which you don't need our money?
Currently, the total capital of the business is 400,000 naira. Then, if I need anything, I want to scale up the business to about 3x currently. If I need any additional fund, at least I should be able to get the business to be scaled up to 2x at least. At least 400,000 minimum. Yes, sir.
Okay, so it needs minimum of additional 400. So the last question, is the business an incorporated entity?
One of the issue, no. No, sir.
So, case closed.
This is an investors forum. Dr. Pukwala, for a business of 800,000. Okay, somebody has volunteered to incorporate for you. That is the starting point. This is why you should be part of this. Dr. Pukwala, over to you. We have incorporation. Kidotuku.
So now we have incorporation. So now we need a bank account. Because we want to be able to track the inflow and outflow of money from your business. I still cannot understand how you'll be running a business that you said is doing like 2 million. And you have 40% margin and you don't have a bank account. So you do the incorporation and then you open a bank account in the name of the company. We want to separate the company from you. We want it to be an entity on its own. Do we have 8 people who can volunteer 50,000 each? If you are interested in this business, 50,000 minimum. 1, 2, 100. You want to ask a question? Okay.
Yeah, my brother, I want to thank you for your brilliance and ingenuity. You are a final year student, right? Inshallah, at the next graduation ceremony, you'll be there. What happens to our investment once we leave the shores of OAU?
Thank you very much, sir. Actually, this is a business. it's different from my academic pursuit. If possibly next year I became, or the business became the most popular business in Osun State, or the most popular popcorn production company in Osun State, definitely if I want to pursue, if I want to, my location does not really matter. And currently I'm planning to stay in Ife for now.
I will give Dr. Kunde Kokola the opportunity.
Oh, you have a question? Okay. Mr. Chairman, sir, are you investing? No, you are not investing. Who else want to invest? The chairman of BOT is investing 100,000. Who else? Can you raise up your hand? Sweet, yes.
How will he pay back?
It's an equity, it's a risk fund. It's a risk capital. Yes, so if you invest now, that money in 3 years' time, if you invest 100,000 now, can become 10 million in 3 years. Yeah, and you can get nothing. So, once we inject fund into it, then we set up a committee to monitor him. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. 50,000, that's 150. Eh? Chief Imam 50. So 200,000. We are looking for a minimum of 400,000. We have gotten 200. We are 50% down. Who else? Yeah, Professor Oregba. 50,000. That's 250. Going. Investment in loan here. You have to take a risk. If you don't venture, then you cannot get anything. This year, 50,000 or 100,000 can become 1 million, 2 million in 5 years' time. But it can also become zero. So that is the risk that you have to take. Who else? Yeah, 50,000, 100, Abby. 50, 300,000. Who else? What is over? You are the chairman of this occasion. 50, 350,000. Yes, how much? 50. Your name, sir? Dr. Vanide. Professor Vanide. Okay. 400,000. That's the minimum we need. That's the minimum he needs. We have 400,000 now. Who else? Oh, my incorporate. Yes. So we have 400. Who else? Who else? Did you get the names of the people? They said that. No, there's one more. Okay. So you have the names of the investors? No, Emil Silaramon. You Silara 400, yeah. Professor Kwarinde, Alaji Ebiti 100, the chairman of the occasion 50, Chief Imam 50, Alaji Ebiti is 100. Kiloruko Latif Awojobi 50, Aliu Badmos 50. 50.
So that's 200.
Latif Awojobi, 50.
Latif.
Awojobi. Alhaji Olurafe, among these people who volunteer, Talowa campus, Towa entrepreneurial, Tole Ebua. Aha, okay. So you will coordinate. You will constitute a 3 board member, and you will chair the board. So we'll find 2 other people to support you. So we have raised 400,000, and we have set up a board of directors of 3 people. The chairman of the board is Alhaji Awolowo. Tekbir. So out of the 8 people that contributed, we'll find 2 more people to work with Alhaji Awolowo to ensure that we formalize this business and we focus on the utilization of the fund and then the performance of the business. All of you have invested in 3 years. I mean, next year, inshallah, we want to come here and give a testimony of positive returns on this money, inshallah. Ejeka result Izaja Kokon.
Nasrullah wal Fath. ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. Red Highlander LSR 148GR. 2 of the tires have been removed. Red Highlander LSR Surulere 148GR. Ibrahim Tijani, Red Highlander, please. We thank the brother for presenting his business to a very difficult crowd. It is not easy to present businesses to investors. This is a very tough crowd to please. And we beseech Almighty Allah to assist you for it. Without much ado, please, we'd like to take a second business just to quickly hear about it and also try and make something of it. Bismillah.
So we're sorry for taking your time. The next person we have is Solid Solutions Premium Publishers, Mr. Lawal Yusuf. Please, we'll be giving you just 5 minutes to make your presentation. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Lawal Yusuf Olatunji. I'm the director of the Solid Solutions Premium Publishers Limited. And I have my presentation here. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I want to appreciate the UNIFEMGA Investors Forum for this opportunity. These are the overview of my presentation. You have it, the company, then we have a company description. Our company description, we have the location of the company. The company is located in OAU Ile-Ife and was established in 2012. The registration was not done until 2018. Then the press component of the business was established and started in August 2023. The company's department, as you can see, please, next slide. Company's department, the administrative department, production, fooding, sales, and logistics. Oh, the pictures are missing. The pictures are missing. All right. There's a whole lot of challenges, problems, and that is why we exist to fix the problem. Obtaining significant formal education in Nigeria has become very expensive, primarily because of the rising inflation and the increase in the prices of goods. This inflation has also impacted our production costs, making it challenging to offer our
series model, the 4-in-1 and the 12-in-1 SSC series at affordable price. Nonetheless, we have chosen to reduce the price, notwithstanding even at the detriment of our profit. We propose an investment of a modern machine which will increase our production, and this machine will stand the financial pressure and alleviating strain on the company finances. Next slide. This is the machine we propose. So we propose an investment of about 30 million naira to purchase these two machines. The market demand and opportunities. With approximately 2 million UTME candidates and over 2 million SSC applicants each year, the market presents a vast opportunity for exploration. Our strategy involves tapping into this opportunity through large-scale production, thereby lowering production costs. We plan to achieve this through a comprehensive step-by-step solution approach within the UTME Premium Series and the SSC Platinum Series. The fact that we are situated in OAU campus Ile-Ife also gives us the opportunity to provide excellent publishing services for our revered researchers and scholars in the immediate environment and beyond. Next slide. This is our model for the UTME and for the SSC. Although the SSC is not there, something is missing there. Then we are also located here to also provide services for different faculties and departments. As you can see there, that is one of those things we produce for the Department of Mechanical Engineering just recently. Next slide. The production and volume sales. We have taken a record, a 3-year record of what a 3-year record of our production. The first is 2021-2022 session. We started the Platinum Series was 8-in-1. The UTME is 4-in-1. So the Platinum Series is in 3 categories. We have categorized them as the science categories, the arts categories, and the commercials category. So for that session, we made a sale of 9,000 copies for the Platinum Series, then 16,000 copies for the UTME series. So for the last column shows the volume of sales, the amount, the turnover. So the total turnover for that session was 52,400,000. Then 2022, the next session, the total sales volume was 178 million naira. While the just concluded session, we made a sales volume of 389 million. Next slide. Yeah, that shows our the selling price trend keeps increasing, and we just hope to maintain that increase, and that is the essence of the investment so sought. Next slide. This also shows the percentage increase in our volume of production, and at the same time the profit level for the 3 years. Next slide. Yeah, the proposed financial investment, we propose 30 million naira investment, cost of procurement and installation of the proposed digital machine, 2 machines, the MO digital machine and the sausage printing machine. The strategic investment will drive our growth and competitiveness in the market, ensuring our continuous success and reputation as a leading publishing company. Next slide. We propose the repayment plan and return on investment. We propose a biannual repayment plan for 2 years with 15% return on investment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was within time.
Thank you very much, sir. Wonderful presentation. Now, Your presentation focused on education. I want to ask, well, people are producing books, and people are coming to the university and leaving the university. What is the impact of your products in relation to functional education? You are producing for faculty and departments. I believe most of the professional courses, you are also dealing with them, the books you are selling to them. Are you considering functional education? That is, after graduation from the university, can they have something to do with what they have learned in the university, to create jobs, to have impact in our community, and even to add value to themselves, or just to read and read? Thank you.
No. You take all the questions once. Sorry.
Well, I want him to be true. Okay. Well, with your presentation, you didn't indicate your profit, the profit that you have been making. You didn't just start the business. You know, you didn't indicate the profit you have been making. Then my worry is, why are you interested in, in a sporadic growth? Because right now you are growing, gradually, and your profit is being turned over. I hope you just you don't want to take the money just because there's opportunity of, getting money from this forum. Do you understand my question? You did not. Right now, you are in business. You've been in business for a few years now. You've been making profit. Do you make profit on a yearly basis? And what do you do with the profit? Do you turn it over? Do you? So if you do that, the question is, why do you need this big money now? More so you have profit that you're turning over your business, you're doing fine. You just want to take the money because you have this opportunity here that they are giving money at the business forum. Then you equally didn't convince us, that there is under supply. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your products now, that's this series, the paper you're selling to the secondary school students. You have not convinced us that there is demand, there's over demand for your products. Because you don't just produce things in excess when there are no demand for it. Do you understand me?
Yes, I'm interested in what are the risks you have identified and what are the mitigants you have put in place. I'll give an example. The majority of your audience are digital natives. Most of them have Android phones. And these exams, there are usually a lot of CBT online versions to prepare for WAEC, to prepare for UTME, and they are available at very cheap amounts of money compared to this your expensive paper, So you need to discuss your risks and the mitigants. And then you need to just tell us about the market and your competition. I'm interested in that.
Okay, so
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm interested in intellectual property rights. Are you the owner of the products you are selling? Have you written to the owner of the product that you want to be a marketer by producing the books? Suppose now I produce some lecture notes and some lab work and give it to my student, and the thing gets to your hand and publish it. I can sue you for intellectual property violation. How do you want to mitigate against it? Thank you.
I think this is the most interesting question this evening. This must be the most interesting question, because I didn't think any one of us thought about intellectual property rights. So please note that down. Any other question from the audience? Any other? My Magaji, you have a question for him? Magaji.
Alhamdulillah. Yusuf is actually doing well. I've patronized him severally on this book, and the book is really selling. But my challenge is people are actually going away from putting the worries of every aspect of production on themselves. Especially, I'm particularly concerned about the machine you want to buy. If you are outsourcing your publishing now, and you think you want to buy a machine, is it exclusively for this, or you want to do other business with that machine? Because if you think you are making 100 naira as a profit now, when machine comes in, so many things will come with the machine that you may not have seen. So I don't know, maybe you have seen those things and you didn't mention it. Can you please talk about it? Because it's very important you do. If you have one edict by not using machine, your own machine, you may have 10 by having your own machine. Thank you.
Any other question? Can we round up, please? That's all. So if you respond to the questions. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. One of the questions here is about the intellectual property, the originality of what we turned over. As a serious business entity, we actually, for the series, we write the examination bodies to get their questions. And take, for instance, for the SSC Premium Series, we actually pay some token at the exams at their offices. We get the question from the offices after paying some questions. So of course, once they release the question to us legally, and we turn them over by branding them, giving it a step-by-step solutions. And these step-by-step solutions go further to assist the student to actually master the. Yeah, we have a team in the company, different departments. So we have the writers, part of the department that we bring together to actually provide the detailed solutions to those problems. And they are being detailed and they are being step by step for the student to not just choosing a particular answer, but we go extra mile to explain in details. And where necessary, we tell the student to consult relevant textbooks. With that is going to actually impact functional education. It is not just going to be la cram, la pour. Another one, the risk and the mitigation. For the risk, we have a lot of risks, and by God's grace, we are prepared for the risks. One of the risks which we have is the risk of the piracy, and that is why we are at the level that our series is actually in high demand. Every year we don't meet up demand. We have a situation whereby some people place demand, and after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they don't even get it because we have a limiting factor of and that is why we propose investment for that machine. That machine has the speed of that machine is about 10,000. While the current one we are using 6,000, and we don't even operate at that 6,000 speed. So we need that machine to scale up our production. Another question here, we talking about the turning profit over. Yes, we have started for a very long time, and every year we use investors' money. We turn over investors' money. We give them back. Then our own return, we use it to build our business. And that is why we have a lot of machine in our company. Unfortunately, the operator did not show the page where we have the pictures of the machines and this lot of staff we have. So we have actually used the profits to turn up the building of the company. Now I have another question here. The challenges the machine may pose. Yes, currently we have some staff that we have sent on training. The machine we have not gotten. We have a projection. We have sent them on training to go and learn about the machine. We have engineers. Some people are actually on training for the servicing of the engineer. They are part of our team. They are currently in Ibadan training on the servicing and the maintenance of the machine. And we are also the operator of the machine. We are discussing with another company that is currently using the machine in Ibadan for possible to engage our staff on the training. So we know the challenges this poses, and inshallah we are available to treat them or to tackle them as they surfaces. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I am curious that you have all these turnovers and then you are looking for capital from here. Your shareholders, you have shareholders, or you are the sole shareholder? Okay, so what do you say? 99%. So you are the one getting all the benefits. Okay. So why are you not looking for alternative finances? Have you started with the banks? Have you started with your bankers, because you have bank accounts? Have you spoken to them? Are they interested in this, your business? Because this is an investors forum. You are trying to sell a product to people here that they should come and invest in your business. I'm curious that you have not spoken to your bankers, you have not looked for alternative financing, and then you come to this platform, you are a 99% shareholders. So with this money you are looking for, why are you not diluting your 99% to bring in more shareholders so that it can be easy for you to raise equity capital? I mean, with 99%, the business is yours already. So even if you sell, because we are accountants here, your business has a value. Your shares with the audit, do you have audited accounts? So if you have, we can compute the value per share of what you own, and you can use that to sell to other investors by diluting your shareholding. I think that is the best way for you to go. Thank you very much. I don't know if Dr. Kuwada has anything to say.
Oh, you didn't listen. How much do you need? 30 million naira.
Assalamu alaikum. Primarily, with your production, we are targeting 2 million UTME and 2 million SSC students. And these 2 million students, they are not in UNIFE, they are not in Osun State. They are all over 36 states of the Federation. If you suddenly scale up your production, how do you intend to reach these 2 million across all over the country?
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. We have a sales and logistics department, and I can say, inshallah, as I stand now, we are in 32 states out of 36 states. Where we are not is we are not in Yobe yet. Our presence is not in Maduguri. Our presence is not in. We are in 32 states already. So we have a network. We have a sales representative across the states. Okay. We'll be bringing this edition to close because it's very late, and I understand that they usually lock the school gates. So I hope that people that are interested got his details, and anyone can meet him afterwards. He's looking for 30 million naira.
and I believe we're up to the task, starting from Dr. Popola. Thank you. Okay, my chairman too is up to the task.
I just want to offer an advice. Oga, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
I would advise that you go slow and steady. 30 million investment is a heavy load. I took that kind of heavy load some years ago. You get my point? Because there are many variables. It's easy to, I understand you have done some work. You have a network. You have, a product and it's selling, alhamdulillah. It's good to have product that sells. But then, there are so many variables that surrounds sudden growth. You see, when they say it's better to learn to crawl before you walk, before you run, and so on, before you start sprinting, so I encourage you to consider this. So as you make your profit, you gradually invest. Which of these machines can you take in first? Get that, get the benefit, and then next year, take next. You understand? So that's my suggestion, Sawali.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Are you a student?
No, I'm not a student, sir.
Okay. This is what you do full time?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been in business?
2012.
2012?
Yes, but the price...
I didn't ask you for the years. How long have you been in business?
That's about 14 years, sir.
Okay, 12 years. So, what's the break even? Are you profitable now?
Yes, sir.
What was your profit last year?
I have it in terms of percentage, yeah.
What's your ROI?
15%.
15%?
Yes, sir.
So by your projection, do you have a 3-year projection here?
Yes, I have for the next session projection.
Not, I mean financial projection.
Yeah, 300 and, yeah, for the next session.
For the next 3 years?
No, I have for the next year.
No, you can't give us, you can't want to raise 30 million and give us projection for only 1 year now.
What I'm expecting in the next 1 year. So I have it.
So if I put 30 million into your business, what is your expected ROI in the next 5 years?
For the investor, I propose 15% for the investor.
There's no projection to back that up. That's your wish.
Well,
that's what your spirit wants.
Well, perhaps, maybe I still need to look at it for the next
So
2
you
or
need
3
to do at least minimum of 3 to 5 years projection. Because you're looking for serious money. Nobody will give you 30 million by telling me only what is going to happen in the next 12 months. All right? So that's number one. Number two, we need to know whether it's totally equity you are looking for or a combination of equity and loan.
Or what, sir?
Is it equity, is it loan, or a combination of the two?
It's a loan. It's a loan.
You are looking for a loan.
Yes, it's a loan.
That even makes it very dangerous.
Karim. I think our brother can get more of his details so that we can move forward after this session. We thank you all for participating in this session. It was closing remarks from our panelists.
Malam Yusuf, right?
Yusuf, yeah.
Okay. Inshallah, we'll work together on this.
All right.
To see how we can fine-tune it and what we can do to make it sellable to the audience. Because even from the panel, there are quite a number of questions that we're asking here that we couldn't throw at you, But I'm happy that you seem to have a fair idea of the business, and you have a pedigree. At least 1 or 2 persons already spoke about your pedigree here. So keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for this, for your participation in this review of the businesses. Inshallah, please let's follow up with the brother, see how we can help him improve. There are other businesses that we're unable to showcase today. We'll also find a forum to be able to make that available to you so that you can at least see these different options and perhaps find something that you can invest in. We thank you all for your participation. Inshallah, we'll go straight now to the closing prayer by the Chief Imam. And I remind us for tomorrow's program, it starts at 7 a.m. with the road walk. And of course, afterwards, breakfast, then the program at 10 at Oduduwa Hall. 10 a.m. prompt. Assalamu alaikum
wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sallu ala nabi al-Mustafa. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala Rasul al-Karim. Ẹ jẹ́ wí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Meeting point, Sports Center, 7 a.m. for the road walk. Thank you.